earlier today, I was having a little convo with my wifey, and I asked her. It just was like, kind of a rhetorical question because I know she doesn't really like have the, I guess you could say, like the creative juice when it comes to making videos. That's not her niche. You know what I mean? And I just was like, what kind of video should I make today? What should I talk about? And she was just like, I could already see it. She was like, I don't know, which I knew she was going to say. And ended up almost immediately after I asked her that question, I had a thought come out of me, which was crazy. And I said, what if I make a video like it was my last video that I'd ever make? Like, and I just don't know where it came from, but I looked at her and I said, what if this was my last day on earth? I said, because really, you never know. Um, I said, you really never know. You really don't know when the last time you're going to open your eyes is, or the last time you close your eyes for the last time. So I said, maybe I'll just make a video about that. And here we are, having a cigar and just talking a little life with you guys. So, none of this is really scripted, and I didn't really think about anything before talking. I feel like one day it is going to be the last day that you have, that I have, that someone that you love has. And you never know. We all have an expiration date, but you can't see it like it's a loaf of bread or something. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times people shy away from talking about it because I don't know about you, but I never, was taught to talk about the potential of death and, what would you do if it was your last day type thing. And I just got to thinking, I guess you could say, I'm rambling. I'm a little, honestly, I don't really get uncomfortable on video ever. It's what I do for a career for forever, but I'm a little uncomfortable on this one. I'll be completely honest because I think just a lot of emotions are hitting me right now because you really never know when your last day is your last day. And if I was going to leave the world with one last message from myself, I could talk about a million and one things of mental health or motivation, right? To inspire the next generation or the next person to watch it. But I feel like that's just kind of the wrong way to go about this one. And I don't know, I guess what you could say, what I would do if it was my last day on earth. There's too many open variables for that. But I think the message that I would leave behind would be to take a break and give yourself a break. You know, I'm on my 36-year life and feel like I still don't know a lot about life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why any of us are here. I don't know how this works, this whole thing, like the brain, the body just working how it works. There's so many things that I just don't know, that we all just don't know, but we just kind of comb over, brush over, don't talk about or acknowledge. And it's just crazy to me because maybe our willingness to be a little bit more open might go a little further. Maybe people would be kinder to each other, more understanding. I would say that don't let the small things get in the way of the big picture. You know, do your best to not let other people get under your skin to the point where you start feeling like you're not important, or that you don't matter, or that you don't deserve love, you don't deserve success, because I think sometimes people forget that the people that they are so disgusting to are just like them. We all have the same emotions, feelings, you know, the genetic makeups are all different but the same. And I think just being more accepting of other people would go such a far way in life. And I would also say choose a path that fits you the best and that makes you happy. And even though you're going to come across a lot of struggles, to understand that struggling is a part of the process to getting better, to becoming more aware, to understanding yourself more. And I gotta be honest, I just like, I don't know, man. Like I don't want to die. You know what I mean? Like I know the day's inevitable, but I don't want to die. I am, I if I were not to wake up tomorrow, I have not made it to where I aspire to be. And that I think is, one of the parts of death that really gets me a little uncomfortable. I don't want to say fearful, but just uncomfortable. And a couple years ago, my brother passed away. He was 11 years older than me. He didn't even make it to his 45th birthday, and he had he had heart issues, and he just, I saw him a couple weeks before he passed. We were celebrating his and my niece's, his daughter, um, their graduation in their school, and I made a video about it, about navigating through grief. So I'm not going to get too deep into it, but ever since he passed, I just haven't been the same. Um, I just feel like a part of me is missing. And not only that, I know that he was proud of where he got to, but he had so much more left in the tank. And, you know, one of the best quotes I ever heard that really hits home with me by Wayne Dyer, he said, "Live full and die empty. Laugh like it's your last laugh. Have as much fun as you can. Don't take things so serious because you can't even get out of life alive." If today were my last day, I would call my mom, try to see my mom. I'd see my dad, my niece. I'd tell them all how much I love them, how much I appreciate them. I would just thank them and extend my gratitude to them. And I would just tell people out there to keep on going. And when you feel like giving up, just know that that's normal. But don't give into that, because once you do that, there's no coming back. And if something you think is worth ending it all for, it's worth changing it all for. And it's going to be real uncomfortable. It's going to be tough. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be at times very painstaking. But, it's all a part of the process. To the future generations, if you're watching this, right now it's 2025. I think it's July 24th, 2025, Thursday. It's a beautiful day here in New England. It's amazing. Sun is shining, the wind's blowing gently. It's hot. It's hot as hell out here, but it's beautiful. I'm enjoying a nice CAO cigar, something that I enjoy very much. And to those of you watching this now, whenever the year may be, have fun. Because life is one big game, man. Don't get too caught up in the shit you can't change. Don't let what you can't control you. And if you're watching this, I think that there's some part of you that feels like it resonates with you. You may feel a little bit lost, and you're not alone. Even the people that look like they have it all together sometimes are the most lost. But it's important to know these next couple things. Dive a little bit deeper into yourself, explore life, find out what makes you tick a little bit, not in a bad way. Learn to master your emotions to the best of your ability. Um, there's two books that I would recommend to you. Wayne Dyer wrote both of them. One is called Your Erroneous Zones. The other one is called The Power of Intention. And if you've never heard of Wayne Dyer, please look him up. Check out some of his videos. No matter what year this is, I'm sure that YouTube might still be a thing or some other video platform, and someone is sharing this work. Who knows? It could be the year 2090. I have no idea. But all I know is that chances are not much has changed in the world of humans, but I think a lot of things have probably changed in the world of digital technological era, you know. And right now we're at a time in life where we have so much, but we still know so little, and it's wild, man. It's wild out there. But I want to wrap it up a little bit here because I feel like I'm just rambling. But I mean, when you think like it's gonna be your last video you ever make, you don't really know what to say. I think sometimes actions really do speak louder than words. I was told growing up that people may forget about what you said, but they'll never forget about how you made them feel. So everywhere you go, leave a little piece of you. Be a little bit more of a reason somebody smiles rather than frowns. Be a reason that somebody keeps on going when they want to give up. Be the light in a dark place. Show people that it's okay to be themselves by being you. Stop trying to fit in so much. Your thirst for acceptance will leave you feeling dehydrated. And don't let anyone shake your tree to the point you start dropping them fruit. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. Life is a precious thing, and you shouldn't force any of it. Just go with the flow. Give your best, do your best. Really love yourself. That's one of my main messages I could ever leave behind is really love yourself, because there's so many people that don't. So many people don't believe in themselves. So many people settle for less. So many people don't know their true potential. And so many people count themselves out before ever really counting themselves in and giving themselves a chance. You got to understand that anything could happen in this life. At any moment, your life could be taken away. You could have a brain aneurysm. Nobody could be around. You could fall over. Boom. Call it a day. That's it. If today were your last day alive, would you be happy with who you are, what you've done, what you're doing, where you're going, how you see yourself? Or would you change some things? I think sometimes we need to have these conversations with ourselves because we get so wrapped up in the busyness of life that we never really stop to ask ourselves how we feel and take a look around and I think be honest with ourselves, you know? And mm, my cigar's almost going out crazy, but I don't want to bore you guys too much, so I just want to say thank you for watching this video. And just remember that if this is your last day, if this is my last video, that I love and appreciate each and every one of you that has watched a video, watched any of the content that I've made. And I hope in one way, shape, or form, my legacy outlives me and I'm still impacting millions of people when I'm gone. I don't really know what else to say. I think I'm honestly just going to sit and let all these thoughts kind of marinate and these emotions marinate a little bit. And I might call some people and let them know that I love them. So I guess that's it. That's the video. Um, if I'm still alive this time next week, I drop new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Videos that empower and motivate people to become the best version of themselves. And I want to thank you again for watching. Just know that you're a beautiful person, that you do deserve what it is that you desire, that you can get it. You just have to believe more and have faith instead of doubt and fear. Don't let those people that are closest to you and people in general try to convince you that you're crazy and it's not going to happen, because there's going to be a lot of those people out there. Just know that the world that we live in was created by people that had great imagination, great desire, faith, and really gave it their all, no matter how big the odds were stacked up against them. They didn't quit, they kept going, they persevered, and that's why we have what we have today. So don't give up, keep going. You've got this. I love and appreciate you. Thank you so much. And if you want, go ahead and share the video. If not, no big deal. I'm sure it's still going to find whoever it needs to find. But on that note, we'll see you on this side or the other. I'm grateful for you. Love and appreciation. And remember, you've got what it takes to be great, because you're already that. Nobody is more beautiful than you. You are fucking amazing. So go be that person. The world will be all the better for it.